Hello. Today I wanted to share some insights into hormonal imbalance and hysterectomies. Did you know that 60% of women in the US over the age of 50 will have a hysterectomy? And a huge percentage of these will be considered not medically necessary. So, whether you're considering this because you've been told it's medically necessary or because of other reasons, I just wanted to share a few insights with you. A lot of my clients have been on that path due to a few different things. One, they have very short cycles, which means they bleed for like a week and then they have like a week off and then they bleed again. Or their periods are like 2 weeks or more where they bleed and then the rest of their cycle. Or their periods are just horrible. They have severe cramping to the point where they can't even like get out of bed. They have migraines, usually before the week of their bleed. Um, Sometimes it's the mood swings are just outrageous. So there's a variety of reasons why women have chosen. They go to the doctor seeking help for these debilitating symptoms. And what they're told is that the best solution is to have a hysterectomy. And then that would end the periods. So that would therefore end the problems. Now, I'm not a fan of taking anything out of our body unless it's absolutely diseased and spreading that disease. That's my view of things. Um, So, with my clients, I try to help them find a natural solution to those debilitating symptoms before they pursue something as drastic as a hysterectomy. Sometimes it is necessary. There are cases. But like I shared with you before, one of the doctors that I was reading his book said that by far the majority of hysterectomies performed in the United States are considered medically unnecessary. So, what have I found helps my clients? You, a blood test will help us to know which hormones are too high and which hormones are too low. But the symptoms in of themselves also can help with that. Usually, if you have a very short cycle with a lot of bleeding, you have low progesterone. And so the lining of your uterus is constantly wanting to shed, causing the bleed. So you can do something like hormone replacement therapy, where you are given a pill that's a progesterone replacement. These are bioidentical hormones, meaning they're the kind that your body would naturally make. So the risk factor with them is very low for most people. There's also things like progesterone creams made from wild yams or synthetic progesterone creams. These can actually be very beneficial if um, depending on the level of your progesterone. So they're not very expensive, and they're easy to obtain, and they can cause your cycle to go from 7 days bleeding, 7 days off to 7 days bleeding again to being an actual full 28-day cycle where your bleed is a regular 3 to 5 days. So that's a nice something we could try to see if it would help. If your symptoms are something like extreme cramping or migraines before, especially before your period, there's a few things that we've tried that seem to be very useful to my clients. One is not drinking alcohol, specifically wine, the week before you think you're getting your period. Another is to take omega-3 fish oil and magnesium glycinate the week before your period in order to help reduce those symptoms. I've had clients that have really reduced the level of pain and to the point where they don't have any trouble with their period just from doing those three things. So these are easy ways to try to do something naturally to see if your body will respond.